What's up, guys? This is probably not the strategy that I'm going to use, but I am going to attempt to gain some rating points. If you've been following the live streams recently, you'll know we've lost a lot of points the last couple of weeks, and so 2269. Hopefully we can change that today. Let's go ahead and just jump right into some games. Here we go. All right. We're playing a GM from Brazil. Well, let's play D4 this game. And let me go with E3. I'm going to put the bishop on D3. Let's go with Akali, I think, and see how this turns out for us. Okay, he goes for bishop G4, which, of course, we can play knight F3. There's not a problem with that. I'm just wondering if I want to go with F3 and gain a tempo on the bishop. Kind of like the idea of that. Let's do it. Let's gain the tempo. What's up, Connor? How you doing? He goes back. Okay, so I think I'm going to play C4. And the idea here is when they bring the bishop out super early, there could be chances to attack this pawn. And so I'm going to keep an eye on moves like queen to B3. Question is, at what moment do I want to do that? I don't think just yet. Let me go ahead and develop my knight. But I'm going to definitely keep an eye on queen B3. And because I put the pawn on F3, my knight's probably going to have to go to E2. Okay, he plays C6. Like maybe now would be a good time to attack here. I could also just take to kind of simplify here. I think I will go ahead and do that. Okay, and queen B3 definitely still a move on my radar. I could also think about just bringing my knight over here. That actually looks pretty good too. So let's do that first. I think he's going to play bishop D6 though. Put a stop to that idea. That's okay. We also have E4. Yeah, maybe just E4 right now. Takes. You've got the two pawns ready to go. I actually like that. Lets my bishop out. I don't think I'm concerned about the pin here. It's not a big deal. My center is going to be really powerful. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get the two pawns in the center. So we're threatening the immediate E5, which will fork to pieces. So they do dodge the fork, but it comes at a cost. They just spent two moves. So I'm wondering if we can take advantage of that. We've got queen b3 to try to line up here. If they trade and I trade and they take and I take, my center looks very nice. Don't think that's a problem. I could also go for bishop g5 to try to pin the knight over here. That looks pretty good as well. We have knight f4, like I said, trying to get the bishop. Yeah, so many moves here. I don't even actually know which is the best one. I guess I'll go with queen b3. Just because I see some targets over here. I kind of like the way this looks. Looks like some weaknesses for black. So we'll go with queen b3. But I mean, bishop g5, knight f4, all these moves look pretty good. The nice thing if they take me here, oh, they queen b6. I was going to say then my pawn actually supports the center very nicely. They don't want to trade. We could force the trade. And I would have to take with the queen. Don't know if I love that idea. What else can I play here? Man, I can bring the bishop out, bring the knight to f4. If they take me, I take back. My center is pretty solid, so I don't think we have to worry about that. I don't think we have to worry about that. Yeah, okay, what do we do here? Does e5 make any kind of sense to force the knight back? What if I take? Can I actually win a pawn? No, it's pinned, so we could castle, but then we have to worry about this kind of stuff. But my knight's doing a pretty good job. If they trade... Okay, I like that. I think we get the king out of the center. I think we just go get the king out of the center. Bishop g6. Okay, that's an interesting move. Maybe they're trying to stop me from moving this pawn because of the pin. Okay. Do I want to force a trade here? Takes. Then I can take the queen. Do I want to just develop my bishop somewhere, like bishop g5? Going to move his knight here, probably. I could go bishop e3 just to defend my pawn, and then try to go knight f4 and get the bishop pair. Seems reasonable. I don't know if I like a3 here. think we just need to develop this bishop. I'll just go bishop e3. Just connecting my rooks, playing normal, you know, following the principles. Just keep it simple. The nice thing about my position is I have the center, also have a lead in development. So now that all the pieces are out, now is when we really want to start looking for ways to attack black because they haven't castled yet, or take advantage of the lead in development somehow. Yeah, knight f4. Maybe I will play knight f4 because... Okay, he stops that. Now e5 loses a piece here. We can trade the queens. I don't have to trade the queens. I could drop back. Now, dropping back is interesting because it defends my bishop, so I would be threatening e5. Actually, I like that. I actually like that a lot. Because this pin's actually pretty annoying. So yeah, maybe I'll just drop it back. Let's drop it back. e5 is the threat. That's a pretty serious threat now that black has to deal with. I like that. e5, what are they going to do? Move their bishop, move their knight. Taking doesn't really help them. I just recaptured. I'm still threatening the same thing. Yeah, they moved the bishop again. So this bishop has been all over the place. Here, 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 right? That's a lot of wasted moves. Okay, so how do we take advantage of this? Ooh, wait a second, wait a second. Can I trap the queen? Because the queen can't escape. If I go knight a4, queen, no, 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 no. You have two squares. So knight a4 followed by bishop d2 or queen b4. You're going to escape on there, aren't you? And you can escape. Although I could play knight c5. Ooh, wait a second. We might have a knight c5. The idea is that I'll play a3 and b4. It's not totally trapped. Oh, it would be trapped after knight a4. Yeah, there's almost a queen trap. Okay, let's think about this carefully. Is that the best way to take advantage of the situation? Knight a4 followed by knight c5. I think that looks pretty good, guys. I mean, I could play a3 and hope they don't notice. I could play a3 and hope they don't notice and then maybe play b4. Like, for example, a3, if they just castle, play knight d7, the queen gets trapped. I mean, a3 is not actually a totally useless move because I think I might want to play b4 anyway, so... Okay, they do play a5, which gives the queen an escape or square. Yeah, maybe I should have just played knight a4. I can still play it, but now the queen drops back there. You know, but they did create this weakness, so I could just try to make use of this. Or I just go get the bishop pair. What to do? Let's see, knight f4 takes. You're going to take here with the check. I don't like that. What if I sink my knight in there? There's going to be b6, though. If I push, this gets traded, and then we launch the pawns. That's pretty good, actually. Launching these pawns quickly. I do like that. Okay, maybe we play e5. Shuts down the bishop, then we throw the pawns forward. If you take me, I'm not worried about that. I'll bring the rook over, trap the queen. Let's do it. Let's go e5. Try to pick up the pace a little bit, but I like the idea here of throwing these pawns forward and attacking the king. Even if they castle, I think we could still get a nice attack. If they don't castle, then the king's in the center. We really get an attack. f4, f5. There is e6 right away, but I don't know if I have a good enough follow-up. I think I'll go f4 here. Yeah, let's go f4, f5. Black's pieces seem very awkward. I mean, they just seem like, I don't know, like they don't belong in this configuration. Mine look pretty nice, and I think gaining the space here is going to be a good way to continue. f5. Okay, they do castle, but remember what we learned from the logical chess series, right? When the knight's not on f6, a lot of times you can get a nice attack going. So even now, I could play rook f3, swing over like this, or just f5 and try to get the pawn on f6. Yeah, which one's better? Here, the queen takes, not a big deal. I have rook b1, rook a2. Let me go f5. I'm going to leave the rooks just for now. And I like this idea because now I have both options, e6, f6. Sometimes when black can play f5, it's a nice defensive move for them because then the rook can come up and help defend and the king can escape and that kind of thing. So we'll stop that. No more f5 now. And against f5, of course, we have en passant, but the knight recaptures, it defends everything, and then the knight's on f6 again. You have to deal with that. Okay, okay, so he's trying to stop f6. Takes is the idea. There's e6, which is not crazy, but then the knight just jumps over here. Yeah, so what do we do here? I really want to bring the rook up. I think we need to do a rook lift. The question is now the right time? Oh, I gotta go. I gotta move. I'm gonna lose on time. So let me do it. Basically, what I'm gonna do is try to play f6, and when they recapture, I think I'm going to leave it. I'm not gonna take. I'm just gonna try to come over for checkmate. So f6, rook h3, threatening to checkmate on h7. Looks like a pretty good plan. Okay, they want to probably go knight f8. They probably want to go knight f8. I do have bishop here. Then they defend with the other one. Then the queen comes over and I win, I think. Oh, those are knight g6. Ooh. Okay, it's a bit complicated. I could also play rook h3 first. Knight f8. I'm gonna run out of time again. All right. Sometimes when I'm not sure, I just try to bring as many pieces over as I can. Oh, they go f6. So they're going to give me this passed pawn here. Okay. Well, I guess we got to take that. I can't complain about that. And then let me go knight a4. Maybe I'll try to jump my knight in here. I want to try not to lose on time, obviously. So now I think actually trading pieces is good. Let's just gain as much control as we can. Let's just gain as much control as we can. I want to go here with the bishop. I don't know. It's probably going to be useful to have that defended. Okay. What do I do? What do I do? Obviously, we're going to get flagged if we don't move here. So I got to kind of go into bullet mode, I guess. Maybe I'll bring this rook back and over. I feel like my king, it's just not really doing much there, actually. I might do this. Gotta defend this pawn first, though. Could just immediately get rook here. No, let's use this rook. So we could double up. Yeah, maybe we double up on the G file here. That's dangerous for black. Oh, they're going to sack the piece. Okay, interesting. This looks good. This looks really good. Question is, can we win? Okay, maybe I just force the trade. Let's just force the trade. You can definitely win this endgame, I think, right? Because we're going to pick up the pawn here in just a second. I want to make sure these pawns don't go anywhere, and then we're in really good shape. We're in really good shape. I'll give him the knight. Doesn't really matter. As long as we keep the king boxed out, it's an easy win. Yeah. All right. I feel like we probably missed some stuff that game. Yeah, 78. Although, never were really losing, except for this one moment right here. What was that? Oh, E5 was a blunder. Interesting. Let's see what's going on here. So, we had a nice position, which it seemed like we did. Best move is E5 right here, so that we can follow up with just castling. And then what? Okay, so basically just pushing the knight back. Black's position is kind of awkward. That's what Stockfish wanted. Oh, I missed this one. Knight A4. Hits the queen. You have to defend your bishop. But now A3. Bishop moves. And we can grab here and everything's falling apart for black. Yeah, I didn't even think about knight A4 until later. Okay. Was queen C2 a good move? No, Stockfish wanted me to trade. It just wanted me to trade and then go rook FD1. All right, anyway. Let me see. How good was knight A4? Queen B4. I was thinking about knight C5. Oh, A5 is the move for black? Interesting. A5. Okay. But if you don't play A5 and you play a random move, then yes, the queen actually gets trapped. Queen gets trapped. Look at that. That's kind of nice. Ooh. All right. Yeah, I think we played it pretty well most of this part. Few inaccuracies, but overall, we just had a nice position. We didn't really panic. And then here, you know, when you're up a piece, you can just trade and you're going to win the end game pretty much every time, right? So that's what happened here. I just saw the opportunity. I took it, and this is going to be a pretty easy win. Cool. Someone said lucky. Someone said I got lucky? What? Stream doesn't end until King E2 is played. All right, 22-17. Plays D4. Let's go with knight F6. And, oh, knight F3, huh? Okay. We can basically do the same thing except with black. We'll castle. Remember that when they play C4, you want to play C6. Your bishop has somewhere to go. Let me try to play e5 here. Okay, I don't think we have to worry about that. We've got this defended. If we play e5, takes, everything's defended. Yes, it's going to be an isolated pawn, but I don't think that's a huge deal. I could also play rook e8 first, but I think we may as well just go ahead and get that out there. Wasn't my ELO 2300 plus? Yeah, yes it was. That's why we have a lot of ground to make up. Now, when they take, oh, they don't take. Okay, I was gonna say I could also take with the knight instead of giving myself the isolated pawn. That would have been interesting too. Let's drop the bishop back, and I think I'm gonna go all the way back to c7 because I don't know. I think my queen is useful here, maybe, but okay. We've got the pin. I don't like that. I think I'm going to play h6, try to get him to trade. But then if you take here, I lose a pawn. Although, even though I lose a pawn, no, I could actually... When we have the bishop pair, we probably have some nice... The other thing that I could do is trade and then go h6. Hey, thank you, Jack. Appreciate it. If I trade the pawn first and then go h6, we don't lose a pawn, and our position's still pretty nice. Let's do that. Let's just do that. Of course, they don't have to take me, but then they waste some time with their bishop, so I think I'll go h6 next. Low water intake. Yeah, let me fix that. No worries, I'll make up for it. All right, let's go h6. Let's force the trade, I think. Of course, they could retreat. But then I'm just wondering, why did you go there in the first place if you're not going to trade, right? It seems like a waste of time. But I'm happy with the bishop pair. So if you want to do that, by all means, give it to me. You've gotten 0 ads? Okay, nice. Yeah, I actually changed the settings this time around. So I'll be interested to see, for those people watching this after the fact, do your... Like, are there less ads than normal? Okay. A nice little move there to gain a tempo. That's probably smart. I could sack, but why would I want to give up a queen for a rook and a bishop? I think I'll just move here. And we still get the bishop pair. But that was a smart little in-between. Oh, he doesn't want to trade. Interesting. Goes back. Okay, well. So obviously what he wants to do is go here and win the exchange, right? So if I played knight to d5 and the bishop goes to c5, what do we do? Yeah, I don't love that. I think what I'll do instead is go rook e8, get away from the tactic, and also create a battery where I'm threatening to take on e2 if you do that, right? I'll win a pawn, essentially. Let's do that instead. Let's scan for tactics, blunders, mistakes. Don't see anything. Let's go. So we dodge the skewer, and we create a battery with an attack on e2 if the bishop moves. So now I'm probably threatening to go knight d5. It's the bishop, and then take here. What's the target ELO for the stream? I try to keep it so that everybody can follow for the most part. I mean, I'm assuming that most people watching this are between like 8 and 1200. That's kind of the sweet spot for where most people fall, but even if you're lower than that or higher than that, you could probably still obviously learn some stuff and watch the games. Yes, I have a window. Yeah, there's a window right in front of me. I usually keep the blinds closed, so it's stays kind of dark, because when it gets too bright, the camera just doesn't look that great. Like, I feel like it makes my face look weird, so I try to keep it kind of dark, but I do have it. I do have the window. What's the difference between Super Grandmasters and Grandmasters? I don't actually know what the like technical definition is. That's a good question. I don't know if there's actually a definition as far as like once you cross 2700, you're Super GM or not. But generally, I think of them as the like elite of the GMs, like the best of the best. You know, think Magnus, Hikaru, Ali Riza, like those type of players, right? But what is he trying to do? You can't really go anywhere with the knight. I highly doubt he wants to sack. That seems like a bad idea. So I think I'm going to go here. Oh, that's why he did it. He's stopping this. He's going to trade. Okay, I see. Takes. That's what he wants. Okay, so instead of knight to d5, how can we attack the bishop? What about knight g4? He's also defending. Maybe that's why he put the knight there. I see. If I go here, now the bishop can freely move somewhere and he doesn't lose a pawn. Okay, we can go bishop b6 so that we have the option to trade and win the pawn. Bishop d7 just so that I can swing my rook over, but I'm not sure if that's what I should be doing right now. Yeah, I do think maybe bishop b6 makes sense. I might want to get rid of that knight at some point in the future, so let's see. Yeah, we'll go bishop b6. Also, if the knight ever tries to move, now you have to watch out for this. So I think that's a good square. Also, it's defended, blocks off if the queen ever tries to attack me here. Yeah, this just seems like a good square. So now maybe knight g4. And if you move your bishop, I will take and then win a pawn or something. Seems like a good idea. What do I think about the cheating, Danya's cheating accusations? Honestly, I haven't really had a chance to look into too much. I mean, I've heard kind of what happened, but apart from that, I haven't really spent any time looking into it. Personally, never thought of Danya as someone who would be a cheater. That doesn't really make any sense. The position that he is in, he's already such a great player. Like, why would you even think about doing that? So that's kind of my initial, gut reaction. But it's not like I've studied his games and I like analyze every, I haven't really looked at it. But my initial reaction is that doesn't really sound right. Okay, so they do retreat, offer the trade. They're going to, of course, not want to double their pawns. They're going to recapture with the knight. I don't have to take. I could just leave it and recapture this way. It opens up my rook. I kind of think that's fine. I could try to force the issue here with knight g4. Takes. I could just develop my bishop, line up here. I don't know if we can win a pawn. I guess the queen would just move to a4. I don't think we could win a pawn. But then I could jump my knight to d5. You're not going to give up your light squared bishop. If you take me, I take here. Bam. That's pretty good, actually. Bishop e6, knight d5. I do like the look of that. I think I should do it. Of course, I'm assuming the queen goes to a4. I guess you could just gambit the pawn, but probably just take it. So I think, yeah, queen a4, and I think we go knight d5 here. And I'm going to do it quickly, intentionally, to put the pressure on my opponent on the clock. Sometimes you can do that. I think this is a good moment because the obvious move of capturing doesn't look good, right? Because of this, I think. So I think white's going to really have to take some time to think what to do here. And I'm not risking anything by playing this move. I'm just moving the knight to the center of the board. They do move quickly. Okay, so now I'm going to pause and think if that was a mistake or not. Jigglypuff. Hey, I'm not playing against viewers right now. Maybe I'll do that in the future, but it seems like from my experience, most people enjoy these really competitive games just from the random, rapid pool. And so that's kind of what I try to focus on. But we'll see. Maybe in the future, I'll do some playing viewers or something. So what's going on here? I guess bishop d4 is a good move. It almost looks like there might be some kind of a tactic. I just don't quite see it. Like, can I go bishop f5 to try to hit the pawn? Okay, I could bring the rook over. I could... Bishop g4 doesn't look good because the queen... Bishop f5. I don't really know what else to do. Bishop f5, e4 shouldn't be a problem, although the pin is kind of annoying. No, but I have the queen over here. So I think we could do that. I don't think he's going to trade here, but I guess you could. And then we take. What is going on in that endgame? I have more activity, but my pawns are messed up. Rook b4, takes. Yeah, maybe that could be reasonable. So bishop f5 might be worth considering. The other option would probably be to just trade. I think I'll try it, bishop f5. I think I like the look of that line enough. Now, I could be missing a move here, but I guess I'll go for it. Got to keep an eye on the time situation. A little bit behind. Okay, he does take. All right. What I kind of was expecting. I think I have to take back. If you trade here, though, it opens up the rook, so he doesn't go for that. I think I'm going to go bishop e4. Now, you could play f3, but then you have to worry about your knight. Wait a second. f3, if I go back, I'm going to be losing the pawn. I can also go back here. Yeah, f3 is actually an annoying move. Okay. So he's going to move his queen. I don't know where. Maybe b3. Looks like we might be losing the d-pawn. I'm hoping that I can somehow create some counterplay with the fact that I have this light squared bishop. Like maybe queen e4 here could be an idea. Even if you take queen e4, f3. No, I could even just take here. Okay, so he saves the rook. Let's say I go there right now. You have this... Actually, no, it's defended. Queen e4 here. I want to be able to play queen e4 and then follow it up with like d4 to make the knight move. There could be some dangerous things here. I'm going to probably have to lose some pawns to do it, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, he goes for that. Like maybe now. Maybe now's the moment. Because if you play f3, you lose the knight. And I'm threatening to go d4. Ah, but he's gonna move a piece here, isn't he? Ah, this is not gonna work. Okay. Yeah, this is not going well. This knight is so good, actually. How do I get rid of that knight? I don't think I have time to play f5, f4. If I could sack my rook for it, how can I set up a rook sack? I mean, maybe I could try this. It's a slow plan, but maybe I have time. Let's say he plays rook d1, f5, takes. Takes. Problem is I'm going to run out of time, too, if I don't just move. Man. Yeah, this knight is just so annoying, isn't it? So annoying. Ooh, I see. Okay, I see an idea. Hold on. I don't think it quite works. I think I'm going to go here because actually, wait, I could go to f6 too and sack this way. Ooh, okay, hold on. He's going to attack my queen though. Right. I want to sack here, guys, and I have queen e3. So yeah, that's a good move. I still have the threat. Rook takes f2 is a threat. How is he going to stop it? How is he going to stop it? Queen there. Okay. Still threatening it. Shoot. All right, I have to go to plan B. Plan B. You guys know what plan B is, right? You must know what plan B is. Sometimes you have to go to plan B. Sometimes you have to. Okay, they were playing such a great game though, too, so there wasn't much else I could have done. 90's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, they were basically winning the whole game. I never actually had a chance, that one. So, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Yep, should be 3. Yeah, I never really had a chance. What I wanted to do, you know, this would have been amazing. Checkmate. That was the idea. Didn't get the opportunity. Hey, thank you, Jack. Am I going to become a GM? I don't know. We will see. Maybe one day. Maybe one day if I can. The problem that I have is I need to be more consistent, right? To become a GM, you can't just like have some nice games here and there. You have to be able to win like consistently, and that's not easy to do. Heartbreak Kid 123. All right, we'll try this again. Ooh, all right, let's go for a crazy gambit here. Let's play E5, the Budapest Gambit. And we're going to go for 94. You could really go both ways. This one's very tricky. I wish I remembered all the lines here, but a big part of it is bishop to b4 check. There are also some other really interesting lines, though. Yeah, queen d4. Now I have to try to remember what the move is here. Man. Queen d4. That is one of the moves. I don't know that it's that great. There's always bishop b4 check. I'm just not sure if now is the moment. Is now the moment? Bishop to b4 check. What's white going to do? Probably go like knight to d2. Man, I can't remember this line. Why didn't I look at it? I should have looked at it. There's also some like crazy things where you can play like d5 and then you like defend it with the bishop and then you bring this guy out, and I just don't know if now's the moment. I just don't know if now is the moment. Queen takes. Bishop check. We could castle. We could trade some stuff. I mean, that looks decent. Check, knight d2. d5. Is that so wild? Should I give that a shot? I don't remember, guys. I got to play something. I don't remember. We'll have to look after the game. There's some really interesting lines. I just can't remember them. So we'll play this for now just because we need to move to play. And we'll figure it out. If you play chess live and you happen to spot some move in the chat that gives you an idea, could that be classified as a violation of fair play? Probably. It probably could. That's why I don't generally like constantly scan chat and look at moves. I could see someone complaining about that, but I'm also like, what are you gonna do? Like ban everybody from chatting and not let anybody say any moves? I mean, I guess you could do that. I don't think it's a huge issue. I don't think most of the moves are not really good anyway, so I don't know. That's a good question. It's probably worth considering. But I personally, I haven't felt like I've ever gotten an advantage from anything like that happening. I don't know about other streamers though. Okay, so if we play d5, what happens? You could take with the queen or the pawn. If you take with the queen, what am I going to do? I could just take and then develop my pieces. I mean, I just feel like you have to play d5 in a position like this. You just have to. I'm going to do it. We'll learn something after this game because I'm going to refresh my memory on these lines. I don't remember what it was. Oh, en passant. Yeah, that's a move I didn't consider also. Okay. Yeah, you could do that. Well, now it's interesting. I could play bishop f5. Do we have to worry about queen takes? Maybe we do. I could trade. I don't know why I didn't consider this. Yeah, this actually maybe makes sense. I could take this way. We still lose this, though. That doesn't seem right. It seems like I messed something up here. This is the problem when you try to play these lines and you forget. This is the problem. Okay, well, I'm committed now. I'm committed at this point, right? Oh, is there... Oh, wait a second. Is there a queen h4 idea here? Oh, wait a second. Queen h4 is really interesting. Ooh. Unless I'm miscalculating something. Hold on. Okay. We're going to do it for the content. This is going to get wild. This is going to get so wild. So first things first, you can't take me here because the knight's pinned. You could play knight f3, but now I think I have a cool move. I think I have a cool move. I could be way off, actually. I could be way off, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to sack the queen. Because you can't take me. You can't take me because I have this double check. Look at that. That's the idea. And then I come out up a piece. Or up 2 pieces in that line. There are other lines, though. You could take with the knight. You could take here. But then I'll take here probably. I don't know. I could also trade the queen. I mean, yeah, he just goes for that one. So I could take here. Yeah, this probably isn't that good for me, but it's something. Right. So if we take this, we're just going to lose a bunch of tempo. I don't think I want to do that. I think I have to save the queen probably back here. He's going to take. We go knight c6. The game goes on. Okay, let's do that. This is not how this gambit is supposed to go, by the way. You're not supposed to just lose all your pawns for no counterplay. Obviously, I wouldn't play it if this was the best thing. Knight c6 to stop queen here to force the trade. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay, white has a lot of pawns, but we're going to do our best to create some chances here. We're going to castle, bring the bishop out. White could still make a mistake here. Yeah, e3. Okay, makes sense. You want to go there. I think I'm going to castle. Get the king out of danger. Now we can develop and try to mop up some pawns here. Starting with this guy. Let's go bishop f5. Probably rook c8 next. Okay, we'll try to take the pawn. Okay, if we take, he wants to trade everything. I don't want to trade too much. So I think I'll just let him get one trade. And I'll go ahead and get one of my pawns back. So we're down 2 pawns. Still not ideal. Got a lot of ground to make up here, guys. Okay, now if I take and he takes, I take here. That seems good. If he takes with the queen, takes, 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 takes. We're only down 1 pawn. Honestly, given the situation, that's probably pretty good for me. I could also pin it. Could also just pin it. Yeah, maybe we just pin. Let's just pin it, actually. That looks even better. Okay. Do I take with the rook or the pawn? If I take with the pawn, I'm threatening c5, but he's going to move his queen. If I take with the rook, I'm threatening here. He's still going to move his queen. Then I'm forked. But I think I have to take this way. Okay, so we do have the bishop against the knight. He's probably going to go queen c3. Right. Let's put the bishop there. Of course, there's f3, but then we've probably created some weaknesses. We might even be able to get a little bit tricky with c5. Takes, takes. If you take me, I'm happy. If you take my queen, I take your queen. You have to save your rook. Then I take another pawn. I'm going to get a bunch of pawns. So c5 looks... c5 takes, takes. Let's say you just move your queen somewhere. I have to move my queen. Alternatively, I just retreat. I don't like c5, though. Okay, there's also knight b5. Nah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I want to keep the pieces on the board. All right, let's go back. We have 1 minute. Wow, how am I so far behind on... Oh, because I spent it all trying to figure out the lines. All right, let me go ahead. Double up here with the pin. So we're still threatening c5. He stops that, which makes sense. Let me create a space for my king. Yeah, we don't even really have too many targets now, do we? I mean, queen e5 and rook here. What else can I attack? Queen e5. No, queen e5, I lose this pawn. Well, I'm assuming he's going to deal with this somehow. So maybe I have to go rook d5 next move. Okay, yeah. I guess we go rook d5. So he defends, so this is defended now. So there's no pin. We are threatening this pawn. Interesting. I guess I gotta go with this variation. At least my queen's gonna be able to infiltrate, so that's something. You get one pawn back. Now our queen is active. Our king is pretty safe over here, I think. Question is, can we pick off another pawn? Can we pick off another pawn? Because how does he defend both of these? Knight c1. Then maybe queen c3. Or bishop b1, maybe? Bishop b1. Okay, bishop b1. If you go here, I have a fork. There's a check, though. But he's going to give it to me. I think I'm going to take it. Okay, this is the pass pawn, but I have this one. Check. I run over here. Okay. I'm going to try to push my pawn. I don't really know what else to do. He's got a pawn too, obviously, but maybe I can also just go for a perpetual check somehow, depending on where the king ends up. Queen c1, we can check here. We attack the pawn. We have this check immediately. So now we can grab the pawn. Great. Wish I had more time to think about this. Fortunately, I do not. He has check. He has check, but we can block, or I can run up here. Is my king going to be safe, or am I going to get checkmated? Because I might actually go for that pawn. There's g5, takes 6, but then I'm going to get checked from behind. Actually, that's checkmate. I would have to take with the queen. Uh-oh, he wants to checkmate me right here. Okay, how do we stop checkmate, guys? How do we stop checkmate? If I trade queens, what happens? I think his king would catch me, but then can I win the pawn ending? I'm not totally sure. I'm going to go for it anyway. He doesn't have to, though. He could still do something else. Now I'm threatening this or this. My king is safe for the moment. Hopefully we can hold on to this pawn. That pawn's kind of important. I don't want to lose that if we don't have to. Although, I would have the h pawn then, so it's not the end of the world. I like the idea of check here. And now we can't. There's no checkmate because I'm defending it. I'm actually threatening here. He's got to go here. I could force a queen trade. But then can I catch the pawn? No. I'm going to flag here. Oh, why did I do that? I missed it. I missed it, guys. Ah. I had to win. I just missed it. Man. Okay, he gave it to me again. He gave it to me again. Whew. What a comeback. I mean, we were toast. We were so toast. Yeah, look at that. I mean, look at all this part of the game, right? Oof. And then even here, what is this moment? Wow. Wow. Okay. First things first. Let's see if I can remember what these lines were. Queen d4 is not really a great move. Okay, why not? What's the move here? Bishop b4 seems to be reasonable. Knight to d2. Okay, and what's the move here? I'm supposed to just take it. I'm supposed to just take it. And now knight c6 hits the queen. Okay. Queen moves somewhere. You just take it and you grab the pawn. That's it? Okay. I thought there was some other line there. I'll have to check what I was looking at, but I guess this is just one way to do it. Okay, you take it, you get your pawn back. It's pretty equal, but black has no problems here. All right. What I ended up doing, queen h4. Yeah, knight f3 was the best move. Even though I have this fancy move, it's still not very good for me. There's also queen e5 check. I have to go over. This is really good for white. But even just taking is very good, like they did. Yep. Yep. Okay, this person played the opening perfectly, although I didn't really make it too challenging for them, I guess you could say. Knight to d4. Yeah, they played really well early on in the game. They kind of just fell apart at the end. Bishop f3. Yeah, right. Even just right here, if they just trade the knight for the bishop, they're gonna probably win the game. Yeah, now it's tricky though because now my queen is involved and Yeah, right here. I should have just played this immediately. But I missed it, obviously. But he gave me another chance. Gave me another chance. What a game. Well, that was heartbreak for the kid, I must say. Let's go. Aborted. Aborted. Ooh. B-Day Master. He's going to play the Caro Con against me. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta go with the Bishop C4. Hit the weak pawn. Follow it up with F3. Open up the F file. And attack the king at all costs. That's how you play this on Hennig Gambit. Okay. As expected, we take back with the knight. He's going to take and go bishop f5, probably. Bishop f5. Then I will castle. Okay, very good. He's going to go e6. And he's going to go bishop g6. All right, here we go. Yes, we're going to be down a piece, but we get to attack the king. And there's a lot of ways black can go wrong. We'll see what they're going to do. Pre-move the recapture. Try to put the pressure on with the time. You're getting another ad? I think I had it set for like one ad every 12 minutes. Is that what's happening? One ad every 12 minutes? That sounds about right. Okay. I think I can change that to even longer if it's too frequent. I thought 12 minutes was reasonable, but I can bump that up. He goes bishop e7. Okay, that's not the best move. You're supposed to take the bishop. I know you're supposed to take the bishop. So that being said, bishop e7 is probably not a terrible move. He just wants to castle. So here's what I'm thinking. If I really want to, I can sack this to get the king out, but it's not the same situation. So I might just retreat my bishop at this point and say, okay, now we just have an equal game. We just have an equal game. I got my gambited pawn back. He doesn't have to worry about his king getting hunted. And we're playing chess, basically. I think I will develop my bishop to f4. Do I have any other moves? Bishop to e3, but f4 seems like a nice diagonal for it. It does temporarily block the rook. But, okay, that's not a big deal, I don't think. Let's go bishop f4. So the knight might get chased around. It might have to go back to f3, but then we could jump into e5 and hit the bishop. That looks pretty good, right? So he develops, as to be expected. I think king h1 would be a very useful move here, just because there's so many situations where the king might get in check. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Hey, Roberto, thanks for the course. You're loving the opening for black. Very fun and effective. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. Good to hear. Does YouTube give you the option to make a live stream ad-free for members? That is a very good question, Connor. I don't think so, but I will look into that. That's a very good question. Knight h5. I didn't see that move. Uh-oh. I actually missed that one. Although, I do have a question. Wait a second, guys. Here's what I'm thinking. Knight takes f7. Okay, what's the idea? Well, if he takes me, he loses his queen. You got to take my knight. If you take with the bishop, I can trade and win the knight. If you take with the bishop, I can also take here because it's pinned. That's another thing I can do. So you would have to take with the rook. You have to take with the rook, but then I could take... You take with the bishop. So he gets 2 pieces for the rook and the pawn. So normally I'm not going to make this trade, but there's something about this position that makes me want to do it. He's going to take with the rook. Can I move my bishop somewhere to create problems for him? Hey, Marcelo. Keep up the excellent work. Super clear explanations. Greetings from Brazil. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Normally you don't do this, but I'm... All right, what's the alternative? The alternative is I just move my knight somewhere. He's going to get my bishop. I take. He gets the bishop pair. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Takes, rook takes. Takes, bishop takes. Move my bishop. Let's just say I go there. He could take me. I could also go back here. He goes back. He's got the 2 pieces for the rook and the pawn. So it's so tempting, but I probably shouldn't do it. Probably shouldn't do it. Okay. Well, then I have to give up the bishop pair. Is the other option. Although, you know what? All right, I'm going to do it. We're going to see something here. It's probably not going to work out well, but you're going to learn something. And I will tell you this. The rook and the pawn, even though they're not as good as the knight and the bishop usually, as you get closer to the end of the game, sometimes the rooks can be pretty tricky, especially if you have files to work with, which I do have some files to work with. And so the rooks are going to have some nice places to go, which is an important feature. He does take with the rook, as expected, right? And I think I might just drop this bishop back to put the pressure here. He's probably going to go knight f6. And then I think maybe I'll just trade. What else can I do, though? Hold on. Yeah, let me just do that. Let me drop back. I'm expecting knight f6 here. Okay. I don't have to take it just yet, so let me go queen e2. Of course, if you play knight here, I take. Actually, knight d5. Maybe I should take it. Let's just take it. I don't want to mess that up. We'll just take it, then we'll go queen e2. I want to get my rook here, so both rooks are active. Normally, you don't do this, but I don't know. I didn't like the other position. I didn't like just giving him the bishop pair, and it seemed like it was too easy. At least there's a nice imbalance in the position here. He's threatening bishop c4. He's threatening bishop c4, but if I play b3, he's going to go bishop b4. I have to move my knight. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. We'll just move the knight somewhere like here, loop it around. I think we're okay. Yeah, so let's move the knight. Obviously, I don't want to step into a pin and get forked. That would be terrible. Need the bishop to defend here, so I think we just have to go back. And then I'll probably play c3 to kick the bishop away, support d4, relocate my knight, bring the rook over here, and see what happens. It's going to be annoying because the pieces are pretty powerful, but I'm hoping that the rooks can do something on the open files. That's usually when the knight and the bishop are much, much better than the rook and the pawn, when the rooks don't have files to work with. But it looks like the rooks are going to be able to get active here, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use my pawns as best I can to kind of control a lot of these squares, keep everything nice and solid. Force the pieces back. He's going to go rook e8 for sure. Let's get the knight off the back. And on rook e8, I think I might go queen d2 just to get out of the pin. I don't want to be stuck in a pin. Although, if it's defended and bishop f4 happens, I could then go here. Takes. Yeah, that's not actually that bad. So maybe I could do this. Okay, so we have the rooks. I'll get out of the pin next move. Okay, queen d2, I think we have to play. I didn't actually consider that. That's a good move, but we have to do this, I believe. Actually, there's knight d1. But no, I want to get out of the pin. So if he takes me, I take. He goes here, I have a check in between move. We're fine. Let's do it. Just making sure I'm not losing any material here. As long as we don't lose any material, I think it's going to be hard for black to actually win this. Now, if he's able to force an exchange of like a knight for a rook or bishop for a rook, then of course he's going to win easily. But as long as I don't let that happen, it's going to be tough. Okay, so now he's threatening bishop f4. Let's see. What do I do here? Bishop f4. Knight to d3, but then I'm worried about knight to g4. Maybe I shouldn't be. All right, yeah, knight to g4, I could actually play rook h3. I'm running out of time. This is not going to end well. I have to move faster. All right. Also, no, 95, I guess, doesn't really do too much. So he might play knight g4 here. h3 defends this. It's kind of awkward for my rook. Rook f3 attacks the bishop, but then he just moves probably to d5. It looks like I'm getting obliterated. I think I'll go rook h3. Ideally, I want to trade my knight for one of these bishops. The bishop pair is very dangerous. So if we could trade the knight for one of the bishops, we'll be in good shape. You know, here's an interesting idea. Oh, okay, never mind. He didn't do it. I'm going to stop G4. I understand I'm creating a massive weakness here, but we'll see if we can deal with that. B5. I got to get out of this because I want to play 95 and I don't want to get the pin there. So 95 now is annoying because after this, we do have some annoying threats here with the pawn. So 95 is kind of a threat, I think. Knight D5. Okay, no. He goes over there. I could take with the rook, too. Also take with the rook, actually. Bishop D5. We have maybe Queen H4, Queen F5, C4. Actually, C4, guys. Where's the bishop going to go? I could even go here first. Hit the knight. Rook here, though. Ah, rook there. All right, let me go C4 right away. I'm going to go back, but then there might be some tactics. Oh, this is getting wild. This is getting wild. Takes that one. Oh, there's rook d4. I missed that. I missed that one. I'm going to try to create a battery here. Threaten things like this. He blundered. He blundered. He blundered. You can't take it because it's checkmate. You got to go here. And I'm going to win a rook. I'm going to win a rook. There's no checks. There's no checks to my king. As long as I don't do something stupid, we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game, my friends. That's a fork. GG. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let me see something. How bad was bishop e7? Yeah, it's not a terrible move, but the only way to really keep the advantage is to like take the bishop or play h6. So bishop e7, and then I just go back. We get an even game. Yeah, computer doesn't really like that because generally the knight and the bishop's going to be better than the rook and the pawn. It said just go back here, give him the bishop pair, and you're actually fine. Looks like I might actually be able to get this bishop at some point in the future anyway. But we get the interesting position. Yeah, now I'm actually just equal. So he sacks it back because he's going to get the pawn. But it's not that simple. I'm threatening checkmate. You have to deal with that. Okay, now I'm threatening to come down here and win the queen. But now the rook on the 7th, and he didn't see this one. Now, if he would have played a better move like queen g6, it's still pretty interesting. I'm not sure what I was going to do against this. Maybe go here, or maybe just go like this. I don't exactly know. Now he's going to play h6. Then I lose because of some tactic. Oh, because you have this. Yeah, it was going to get tricky. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. We're almost 2,300, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Exceptional fork to end the game. Hey, that's right. That was an exceptional fork. Exceptional pawn fork. Haha. Alrighty. Let's go with d4 this time. Is breaking 1500 also useful for higher rated players? To some extent, yes. It'll probably like fill in some gaps that you might have. I wouldn't get it if you're like above 1800 probably, but if you're like 1600, 1700, you just have to go into it with the understanding that you're going to know some of the stuff, but there's probably going to be a few new things here and there. You know, if you're like rated 500, pretty much everything is going to be helpful to you. Okay, I don't like to let them get my bishop. So usually when I see this, I'm going to play c3. Now it does allow e5, but it's a trade-off. You can't stop everything all at the same time. Yeah, there you go. So you have to choose. I'm choosing to stop this. I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to tuck my bishop back here on c2. Let's go knight to d2. Get ready to play knight f3. Okay, there we go. No need to overthink this. I think I will force the trades here because it's a kind of an annoying pin. And so I think this is one of those situations where h3 does make sense. Oh, and if he doesn't want to do that, then I probably will play g4. Let's see. Yeah, because you just can't leave this annoying pin, especially when it's kind of clogging up my development here. I mean, I guess technically I could play b3, bishop b2, queen e2, and castle, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and start with this move. And you know what? He's going to go back. We might be able to actually trade and play f4 and trap the bishop. So he's probably going to have to take. We take, then he goes back. We get a nice attack going there. We actually get a very nice attack because what you'll notice is my pawns are moving with tempo, right? Boom, moves his bishop. g4, now he moves his bishop again, right? f4, he has to move that bishop. So I'm getting all these moves for free, essentially, which is nice when you're trying to attack. So my long-term plan will be to push these pawns, probably eventually castle here, and then just attack, knowing that I have a lead in the attack, right? Because black hasn't even pushed any pawns yet on my king, right? I'm not sure what he's thinking about. Is he really going to... Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. The reason I don't think that's a good decision is because, first of all, you're giving up a piece for 2 pawns. And second of all, you're opening up both files on the king. That can't be good. There's no way that can be good. No way. So, how do we best take advantage of this? It is an annoying pin, but there must be some way to deal with this. The question is exactly how. I mean, I could go like this with my bishop. I could go like this with my knight. I could try to attack it with my rook. And maybe sack the rook. Somehow we have to get the pieces into the game. I mean, b3, bishop b2, queen e2, castles. Kind of slow. Okay. I mean, I don't really see what black is going to do, right? Like, even if they did somehow bring their queen somewhere that could attack this again, which is not really that simple to do because you can't go there. But let's just say hypothetically they did attack it again. I would already be defended enough. So maybe I do just go with this plan, this slow plan. Maybe I don't need to really panic about anything. b3, let's say they go rook e8. Bishop b2, let's say they go knight e4. Queen e2. If they take me, okay, that would be actually annoying, so I probably would... Okay, that's the most annoying plan for them. I mean, I could also just do this. I mean, I don't really want to do that, but then we can just trade everything. We have no problems. Maybe that is the best thing to do. Just do it. Yes, it takes 2 moves, but then you have no pin problems. Everything is easy. Maybe I should just do that. This other plan, though, is not totally crazy, but I am actually going to just do this. I'm just going to deal with the pin. Wow, h5. Okay. Very interesting moves here. I think we can go back now. Okay, so there's no longer a pin. Now I can safely do whatever I want, and I don't really have to worry about anything. We can force some trades if we want. We can continue now with the plan and castle. Yeah, no problems. Okay, so he goes 94. I'm thinking about going knight to d4 to force the trades. Do I have to worry about any craziness here? No, I don't think so. Takes, check. We just move. Actually, no, that's checkmate. So we would move here. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Let's go. Let's go. Force some trades. Since we're up the piece, trading is good. Gets us closer to the end game. Also, when you're in a cramped position like this, and you don't have a lot of moves, trading pieces is going to free up the position. And it gets easier to, maneuver and stuff. So that's another reason why trading makes sense here. Okay, so he goes there first. He's threatening checkmate, but I could just take that knight. I could just take the knight. And then I'll take here next. Good game. I don't think we have any problems at all here. I think we just take, and we're very happy. Yes, we have a bad bishop, but it's not the end of the world. Let's take this. Take this. And actually, what? What? He doesn't want the bishop? Okay. You don't have to have the bishop. I just thought you wanted the bishop. Okay. Do you want the bishop now? Now you probably don't want the bishop. I'll just keep offering the bishop. I'll just keep taking stuff until he takes my bishop. Okay. Why did he take it now? This doesn't make any sense to me. Well, now you got some problems, buddy. You got some big problems. Oh, that was super weird. All right, so you got to stop checkmate. So he goes with the rook. I could force some trades, which, because I'm up so much material, I mean, I'm up a full piece. That makes sense. The other thing I could do is play knight f5 and try to just checkmate the king. Checkmate. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, why would I trade when I can just get checkmate, right? You guys see it, right? Check. Check. He has to take. Rook comes down. Checkmate because my knight is controlling these squares. King would be stuck on f8. So that's the immediate checkmate threat. It's not really easy for him to deal with. I don't actually know how black can deal with that. We win this game. We only get 4 points. Oh no, 22.99. Ah. 22.99. I don't like that number. Yeah, rook check. The issue with rook check first is he just moves his king, right? And then what do I do? Okay, I don't think that does anything, right? Check, checkmate. Doesn't stop the checkmate. So here you go. Good game. All right. All right, all right, all right. 92. Feels pretty good. Didn't seem like we made any major mistakes. It's time for 2300, my friends. It is time for 2300. Let's go. Yeti 87. Yeti 87. I'm going to go bishop d3 pre-move. I'm going to go c3. I'm going to go knight f3. I'm going to go here. Knight b to d2. Defend the knight. Right. I guess against this, you just take and go back. I don't think that's a problem for us. Is there? Oh, wait a second. Wait just a moment. Do we have some crazy move here? Check. You got to save your knight. We jump in. Ooh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because there's a... Okay, this one is interesting. I didn't actually consider that, but I guess we just go bishop b5. Not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Yeah, okay, fine. Now I'm going to castle, and I think we're pretty happy with this position. Let's castle. So he is threatening my bishop because this is defended. There's no pin here. So I could move it all the way back somewhere. I could trade it for the knight. Don't really like giving up the bishop pair, so I think I'll just move it. The question is where to. Yeah, maybe just bishop d3. There is going to be this annoying move, though. I don't like this discovered attack. I don't like this at all. I'm actually going to take it just because of that discovered attack. If I go queen c2, bishop e7, here takes... No, I need to go rook e1 first. Okay, let me go here. Rook e1, I need to play e4 right away. I think we messed up something in the opening. I have to check this. Maybe I need to be more careful about allowing them to play e5 like that. Seems like black's position is A little bit too comfortable. Okay, here, takes. Fine. If you push, that's fine. Let's go e4. Oh, wait a second. What did I just calculate? I just calculated a... I thought okay, hold on. I'm actually losing an exchange in that. Okay, didn't realize that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't... Okay, knight g5. Does he Greek gift sacrifice me and check? Oh my goodness. I might have to just go for this line. The only good news is... I think he's got to play like king f8. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to sack the exchange. I miscalculated. I apologize, guys. But it's not totally crazy because it's awkward for the king because of this. Yeah, he's got to do something like that. Aha. Aha. Queen c6 check. You can't block. You have to play king f8. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. You have to watch out for the checkmate. But we're going to move our bishop. Probably to here, but actually f4 looks reasonable as well. Yeah, let's go to f4 because I want to use this for my rook and attack here. So we have a decent... I think we have decent compensation. Okay, we have a knight for a rook, which is not normally good. But black's king's on f8. The rook is stuck. This is very awkward for them, right? So we're going to try to pressure this as much as we can. And see what we can do here. He just blundered. He just blundered. Do you guys see it? He just blundered. Boom. That's a tactic. There's no back rank checkmate because I will just go back. It's defended by my knight. If you take me, I take your rook. And now we're just in a winning position. We're just in a winning position. Wait, am I getting tricked? King h7? No, no, no. Oh, no tricks. No tricks. Yeah, now we have the knight and the bishop. This should be winning for us. Let me see. I think we just keep taking stuff. I think we just keep taking stuff. G5, G4 is interesting to try to make the knight move, but I will probably just block it with bishop e3. No checkmate here. Okay, he wants to go for the sneaky checkmate. He wants to go for the sneaky checkmate. That's actually an annoying move. I'll give him that. I'll give you that. But you know what? I'm not even totally sure if this might be a smart move. Because if you take my bishop, fine. I will then have two pawns and a knight. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Very interesting. So maybe I have to go bishop here and block. Ah, that's annoying. He's going to get some pawns. I didn't see that move. I didn't see that one. Okay, but hold up. If I do take, he takes. I go check. Oh, no, he would have f5, doesn't he? Yeah, he does have f5. Okay. What if I go... No. I was going to say here, but then that's checkmate. It's not an option. Okay, I think I have to do this, don't I? That's so annoying. All right. Because we have to save the bishop, obviously. You know, obviously, we have to stop the checkmate. That's too bad. So he's going to get the b pawn. Yeah, it's going to be a little tricky. I'll go back with the bishop. I could go back with the knight. No, let's go back with the bishop. So what is happening here exactly? We've got queen a7. If he tries to attack me, I'm pretty happy to get rid of this pawn because then his king is in danger. Worst case, I could always play h3, let him sack, tuck my king on h2, and be pretty happy. I think we'll try queen a7 here. And if he lets me take this pawn and this pawn, then I'm happy I've got the pass c pawn. So that looks to be a smart move. Can we beat the Yeti? Where's Yeti 87 going to take us down with the rook? The rook against the knight and the bishop. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen, but we are down on the clock. So there's a chance. Yeah, everybody's saying g3. Yeah, that's would just blunder the knight there. Which doesn't help my, I'm trying to save my pieces, right? So it does give the king a place to go, but not really, because then the queen takes and cuts it off, and then the rook is going to come down and checkmate me, so don't want to do that. All right, so he's going to, I don't know what he's going to do. He might try to abandon the pawns and just bring his rook to d1. He goes there, but now I can take... Yeah, I don't know what the plan is, but I'm going to take this. Because I hit the rook. His king is getting exposed. He wants to sack and checkmate me. Okay, fine. Maybe I play h4, h5. Maybe I play h3. Do I want to use the pawn? Or do I want to keep it back? Let's use it. Let's use it. Use it or lose it, right? Use it or lose it. We don't want to get checkmated, so we create the escape square. And we also get some attacking ideas at the same time. Now g3. Yeah, now I could have played g3. g3 would be okay now because we got it defended. But I like this pawn here. I think this is going to be very nice. Let's go with the check. I could grab this pawn if I really want. I think I do, actually. Does he have any tactics? Let's verify. I don't think so. Take another one. We're also... I was going to say we're also attacking the rook so the queen can't move away. Uh-huh. Yes. And that, my friends, is 2300. 2307 to be exact. No mistakes. All right. I don't think we've lost a game, have we? 95.2. Very nice. Very nice. So wait a second. Did I not blunder? Was my blunder actually an okay move? Wait a minute. Hold everything. I thought I blundered this game. Hold everything. So, okay, yeah, knight f3 is fine. Knight d2 is fine. Okay, the opening was actually fine. Stockfish likes the bishop check a little bit better. Okay, fine. But whatever. This was the moment I thought I blundered right here. No, e4 is a top stockfish move. I blundered the best move. I blundered the top engine move. In my mind, I thought, oh, it's fine. It's just a trade. Everything's good. But it's not a trade. I'm actually having to lose a rook. But it's not so bad because if you can't castle and this rook is stuck out of the game, guess what? That's good for me. Queen c6 check. Very powerful move because you can't go d7. Queen d7, you lose the rook. So you're forcing the king to stay stuck in the center. And then he blunders. He blunders the little tactic. Yep, rook takes e7. There you go. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, the animations it's built into chess.com. You go to the board settings and then you go to like animations and then choose the arcade one. That's what the animations are. All right, guys, I'm going to take a short break and we will jump back into another game. Let's leave it on an interesting position. How about right here? I don't know. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can keep the streak alive. Can we keep the streak alive? Okay, I'll play d5, and I'll just go for this same setup here. Okay. I'm going to try to castle. Yes. Now, do I want to do this immediately? Takes, 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 takes. I don't see any problems with that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Fight for the center right away. We do have an attack over here, and because the bishop is at home, we could actually take that because there's not going to be a rook invading on b7. So he deals with that. Of course, you always have to ask yourself, does it work? Check. Check. Take the bishop. I don't think it works because when I go knight g4 check, he's going to take with the queen. Okay? And then when I take, he's going to take me. I'm going to take him. And at the end of the day, I lost 2 pieces and I only got 1 piece. Okay? But it was a nice idea. A nice idea in theory. Just going to go c6, give my queen some options, maybe give my bishop a drop back square, and then create a battery like this. Try not to overthink these positions that don't really require overthinking. Rook e8. Yeah, let's go rook e8. Okay, and let's drop back to c7. So I might actually do this little battery. And yes, the knight's there now, but maybe we can somehow get rid of that guy. There's bishop f4, in which case I will have to go move somewhere and then probably just trade. I do want to get this bishop out. I just don't know where. H6, G5, G4 takes take. I mean, that seems a bit crazy, to be honest with you. Let me go H6 first. I want the space for my king in the future, in the endgame. Okay. You know, trade, it's not actually totally crazy if I play a move like knight e4. Because then we have some weaknesses, actually. Should I do it? Should I actually do it? I think I should. I think I should. So, you know, this is... Normally, you don't move your pawns in front of your king, right? Because you're going to create weaknesses around your king. But if you can get something significant in return for it, well, then there's an argument to be made for this. And I think I'm getting something significant. Here, takes. That's weak. That's weak. The dark squares are weak. And this e4 square is weak. And my knight's ready to just jump in. And that's pretty powerful. I mean, that's so powerful that I think it's worth creating a little bit of weaknesses around my king. The other option, I guess, is white could take here, but that probably isn't going to end well. Let me get the order correct here. So we'll trade. And we will probably jump in. The other thing I could do would be like queen b6 with the double attack. Although queen d2 would defend both of them. I still could do it, or I could just go here. If he takes, I take. Yeah, I'm happy with this position. I'm pretty happy with this position. Because look at my knight. This is amazing. This is such an amazing square. And this is such a big weakness. It's easy for me to attack it. We go queen b6. We go... What's happening? I want to keep the e-file to put the pressure on it. Oh, there's knight d2. Is he trying to play e4? Wait, is he going to actually be able to do that? E4, there's queen b6 check, and I take over here, though, you know? Where do I want my rook to be is the question. Might be a critical moment here, because I'm expecting e4. Because if he doesn't play e4 now, I don't think he's going to get a chance to do it. So let's say I go to e7, because that's where I would like to go. e4, takes. No, he just trades it off. So on e4, actually, I could take first. No, then the knight's jumping in. We don't want that. So yeah, we have to go queen b6 check. He goes here, let's just say. I take. He takes. I take. He takes. I don't like that there's a queen that can come down here. That's a bit frightening. But if I go rook e6, what's the idea? Check, takes. If he takes me, I just recapture. And now if he takes, my bishop comes out. So he can't trade. Just take the piece. If he goes rook b1, we take here. Takes, rook b1, takes here. Ooh, it's getting kind of crazy. All right, let's go with rook e6. I think rook e6 is okay. I think it's okay. Because this is a very powerful threat. I can also always go bishop d7 and bring the other rook here. There's nothing wrong with that. So I think this is fine. And now I have a nice response to this. I simply recapture, and it's not a big deal. Okay, he goes knight f1. So let's go ahead and immediately put the pressure on. Actually, is there queen d4? No, I take here. Yeah, let's go ahead immediately. Put the pressure on the weak spots. And I think I'm going to go bishop d7 next, and then rook to e8, lining up here. Okay, didn't think about that. Probably not a big deal. We still have a nice target here, even if the queens get traded. Not the end of the world. Do I want to play f5 to just really make sure that pawn never moves? Don't have to, but it might be worth considering. Maybe I'll do it later. Let's just get the bishop and bring the rook for now. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Let's go back. Somehow I was dragging the resize button instead of drawing an arrow. Okay. That was fun. All right. Can you imagine if I just played the whole game like this? Like, can't even see the pieces. All right. Sorry. Back to the game. Stay focused, Nelson. Stay focused. You're running out of time. All right. Let me go. Yeah, let me just go bishop d7. I think it's important that we get the rooks lined up. Oh, he takes. Okay. So yeah, this is... I mean, maybe he's going to try to survive, but this is going to be pretty tough, I think, for white to hold on to this. And that being said, it's not really that easy to take advantage of the weaknesses. All right, fair enough. Okay, I'm going to go c5. I really want my bishop to get more active, so I'm going to try to like position it somewhere over here. Even if I have to go to c6, I just want to get it into the game. Yeah, so maybe I just go bishop c6 now. And I'm thinking about pushing this. Maybe we push here to kind of bust things open at the right moment. So he wants to go here with his knight. So we'll temporarily stop it because you lose a pawn. Right. Do that. Let me throw in a check. Doesn't really accomplish much for me. Yeah, how do we make progress here, guys? I don't actually know. I'm going to put my rook here to defend. I might want my bishop to actually stop the knight from going there. Yeah, okay. This is actually not as easy as I thought it was going to be. It's not. So we'll take away that square at least. Knight h5 I'm not super concerned with. It's on the edge of the board. I don't think it has a lot of places to go from there. How can we attack? I mean, really, this is not easy to attack. This is not easy to attack. The king is right there. Maybe I need to run with my king. Maybe I need to run with my king. Then we might have some serious attacking chances. So we can get the king all the way over there. It's a long journey, don't get me wrong, but looks like we might have some time. I don't know what white's going to do. Rook d6 and d4. I guess I should keep an eye out for that. That could be an idea. Rook d6. Then my king can't go that way. King could still get around. That's interesting. Now, right now, it's cutting off white's king, though. But they could really do this at any time they want. Interesting. Do they want the knight on h5? Huh. Okay. Not sure why. I think I am going to run with the king. I think I'm going to go. I think if I get it right here, that looks dangerous because then you have to constantly be guarding the pawns. Fine, you can go back there. I'm still going to run over here. He's getting closer. It was a long journey. He's getting closer. Is he going to play b3 and laugh at me? All right, I could do this, though, and then sneak in here still. Yeah, I have to do it. I'm going to run out of time. I have to just go for it. Hope it works out. Basically, I'm forcing a way in for my king. I'm forcing it in. Got to be a little careful. 2 rooks is pretty dangerous. If I could trade a pair of rooks, though, it's not so dangerous for my king. Whoa. A4? Okay, I didn't see that one. Did not see that. Shoot. Man, that's annoying. That's actually really annoying. Now he's going to go b4. Can still try to attack it, though. Can also just do this if he's going to go there. Pin it. Pin it. Pin it to win it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, didn't see that. Gotta create the pass pawn. And the king is stuck guarding the pass pawn, and you can just do whatever you want. As long as there's no pawn breakthrough here, we're good. As long as there's no breakthrough, which I don't think there is. Yeah, it's over. It's over. We just put him like this. If he ever goes there, we just leave it. All right, all right. Oh, one blunder. Uh-oh. What was the blunder? What was the blunder? No, 94. Wait, now it says I didn't have a blunder. Weird. Weird. 94.2 is pretty good. Pretty good. Let me just see one thing. Did Stockfish agree with me on G5? That's the only question I have. Yep. Stockfish says it was the best move. And it did want Queen B6 right away. And on Queen D2... Oh, it actually did want G4. Interesting. And the idea is that now I'm going to win the pawn. Wait, knight D4? Ah, look at that. So it had to do with those light square weaknesses, or dark square weaknesses. I didn't quite see all of this, but I kind of sort of had the right idea. Ooh, all right. Well, I've got the momentum. I may as well go with it, right? I may as well just go. Okay, we just go back and attack it. Not a big deal. We just go here, and we're going to jump over to A5 and take it. Not a big deal. Knight F3. We're just going to go there. Let's take the bishop. Get the bishop pair. Now, if he wants to sack, he can, but it's not really good for white, I don't think. I think the best thing is to just castle. Another GM. GM 2252. Okay, he does castle. Let's pin the knight. And basically, I'm going to go like E6, get my bishop out, castle. Usually I'll go A6 to stop the rook from being annoying. Keeps the knight out of B5. If white really wants to play H3 and G4 to get rid of the pin, they can do it. That's what they really want to do. Only victory since you joined. I don't think I've lost a game this stream. Somehow. Just pretty wild. We were at 2269, I think, when we started. So that's a lot of points in just over 2 hours. Okay, well, we're going to go back and we're going to make him do it if that's what he really wants to do. We're going to make him do it. Yeah, okay. So yes, you get rid of the pin, but it comes at a cost, right? Comes at a cost. Do I want to go H5 like immediately? H5, G5, H4, and then put my bishop right back there? I mean, that's not totally crazy. No, let's do it. I mean, I understand I'm not developing, but... Oh, he's gonna... Oh, interesting. That's what he wants to do. Uh-huh. He wants to give me this, take here, recapture with the queen, and say, look at all your weaknesses. That's what he wants to do. Okay, that's actually a good idea. It's actually a good idea. You finally broke 1,000. Awesome. Way to go. Keep it up. Takes. I wonder if I can do something crazy. Can I do something crazy and do like rook takes h3? Rook takes h3. He does have queen takes g4. Probably a bit too wild, huh? Bishop h7. Let him take here. That's not actually crazy. We could always drop back, and then we have... His king is just a mess in that situation. His king's actually a mess. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go back here. And basically, I'm going to say, go ahead, take me if you want. Your king is totally exposed. I'll just go bishop g8 if I need to defend. Not a big deal. And then I'm just going to develop and hunt your king. Just hunt the king. Of course, I'm threatening to just trade now. Okay, so he pushes by. Fine. Maybe I just go bishop f5 now. Hit the pawn. Defend my pawn on h5. Yeah, I think bishop f5 looks good. Queen f3. On queen f3, I'll probably just play g6. Oh, wait a second. There is this move. Nah, but then you're losing over here. I mean, it's going to be wild, but I think I'm okay with that. I also could play e6. That's another one. I don't have to play g6. I could play g6 or e6. Rook e1. What a move is that? Is he wants me to take this? Because he wants to go with what? Knight takes f7? Takes, check. I move, he takes my bishop. That's sneaky, that's sneaky. Okay, here's a crazy idea. Here's a crazy idea, but hear me out. f6. Takes, and I have the g file. Pretty happy. If you don't take and you go back, then I'll take you. You can't go there, you can't go there, you can't go there, you can't go there. You could go here, same thing, I'll take you. f6 so crazy. This is a wild position, by the way, but it seems reasonable to me. It seems quite reasonable. Let's go. Let's go get this king. Oh, now queen f3. Okay, didn't think about that. So if I take, he takes. I take. He's going to go check, and that's not going to end well for me. The takes. I have to do something else. Queen takes d4. Check. I run this way. Not going to end well for me. Okay, what if I just go e6? Or queen c8. Oh, queen c8. Defends, attacks. Queen c8. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I think. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Queen c8. Look at that. Why not? So white has the same problem of you're under attack. If you move back, I'm going to take here. Same thing. If you take, of course, it opens up the G file. I'm quite happy about that, I think. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. Knight to d3. Grab the pawn. What else can white do? What else can you do? I'm not seeing it. It's hard to attack the light squares if you're white because you don't have your light squared bishop, right? So this guy, remember the knight that traded for him? So now my bishop's just doing an amazing job here of controlling all these light squares. As long as it's supported. Now we've got the battery. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. He takes. Wow. Okay. I mean, that looks super dangerous. That looks super dangerous. Obviously, I don't want to take this way and allow the rook. This looks really good. So we've got bishop h3. We've got rook g8. I don't know what white's going to do. I don't think they know either. I think that's why they're thinking. Whoa. Whoa. What is this? Knight to d5? What is the idea here? If I take the knight, looks like they want to sack here and then take my bishop. But the problem is you lost 2 pieces in that exchange. You're still down a piece. That's one very good option for me. The other, oh, wow. I see what they want to do. They want to do something like this. Watch this, guys. If I take, they take. Actually, no, that's not going to be check. I thought there was like a crazy checkmate. No, I don't know what they want to do. Of course, I could also just take here. And if they take me, then I take. Let's say you bring the rook in or the queen in. I'm still going to have a check maybe if I need it or take it. Yeah, I mean, I think my only danger here is spending too much time. So maybe I just take it right away and be happy. Takes, takes, takes. Yeah, I don't see how this could be bad for me. Unless I'm missing something, but I don't think so. Okay, so we got the piece. Now trading is fine, but we can also continue attacking. The king is still sitting there with the G file open. Maybe something like E6, although I don't know if I want to cut off my battery. I might just want to take this. Maybe then E6. Yeah, so this is under attack. I can't go rook G8 because of the queen, so let's not make that mistake. But I could just take this pawn. Yeah, I could just take the pawn. And maybe then E6. If you take me here, fine. I just trade, force an endgame. Okay, let's do it. Do it. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. There's a check. Hold everything, hold everything. Not checkmate because the queen. Could I deflect the queen? Let's see. C6. Ah, maybe I could deflect the queen. So if we deflect the queen, that's checkmate. So a move like C6 is very powerful. If you go here, I just probably will trade. You go to H1, that's just got to be bad. So C6. Okay, where are there any checks? No. No, no, no. No, I just take it. Any other moves that I'm missing? I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm going to go C6. Hopefully I'm not blundering something. Queen H1, I mean, that's got to be awful. plays it. He plays queen h1. Wow. Maybe just rook g8? Just trying to attack the bishop? Let me think, let me think, let me think. F4 looks scary. I don't know what I would do, but it looks scary. Yeah, let's go rook g8. Rook g1, huh? Okay, I didn't see that. Maybe I just go back. Maybe I just go queen d7. Just get away from there. This guy is still defended. I could also just move it somewhere if I need to. Probably actually castle at some point. We've got the extra piece. We've got the king open. We've got the queen stuck in the corner. It's amazing that there's not like a forcing line to win here. It's actually quite surprising. Maybe I just need to go like e6. Yeah, I need to get e6 in because once this diagonal, okay, that's what I need. So let's move. Let's save my bishop and then go e6 probably. Save my bishop. And I didn't want to go here because I thought f3 would just make me waste time. Although f3 is not really a great move for white because it blocks the... Yeah, maybe I should have went to g4 actually. Anyway, here we are. Yeah, maybe I should have. Anyway, we do have e6. No, then he takes me. Well, I guess I could go g4 now. Okay, now e6. I want to go bishop d6. I want to go bishop d6. Line up right here. Getting dangerous. Rook e4. I wonder if I can take and go rook g6. So we're still up the exchange. I need to get this rook in the game somehow. How do we do that? He wants to go here. Okay, hold on. Now I'll just take it. Now I can bring the rook here, probably. Let's defend. Let's defend. Just have to hold on for a few more moves. Bring this guy over. It's actually not that simple to bust through here. How do we do this? How do we do this? Can I go rook f5? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man. That was intense. That was intense. Look at that chart. Wow. What a mess. What a total mess. Okay. My goodness. So, yeah, actually the best move is h3. Stockfish says rook a5. Did anyone even think about that? If you thought about that, just tell me that you thought about it. It didn't even cross my mind that you could use the rook like that. I mean, I know how rooks move, but a5. Okay. He goes for g4. Yeah, this was not the way. h5, not what Stockfish wanted. No, yeah, this was not. Yeah, Stockfish actually says my position's bad right now. If white just plays knight c4. Why is my position bad? Because knight d5. Look at this. Look at this. Apparently it's a big mess for me. Interesting. They blundered. And now we're just in the driver's seat. Yes, very good. c6. Rook g8. Queen. Yeah, I missed this. Queen takes d4. I just missed a free pawn. Also hits the rook. That would have been the way to go. Guys, what is happening? What is happening? I have to show you this. Hold up. What is going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins in a row. This is not normal for me. This is not normal. I mean, I don't know what's happening. I guess I got to keep going. I guess I got to keep going. Can't stop now. We can't stop now. 2377. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. What are they doing? What are they doing? Yes. Yes, it is a little bit suspicious. My opponent is like, oh, this guy's 8 in a row. Nope, nope. I'm not even gonna do it. Okay. Fine. Everybody's scared of us now. We've got the momentum, the confidence is up. 2249. Let's go with d4 again. Let's go e3. Bishop d3. We've been having some nice success here. Let's get the knight out. Okay, fine. We'll castle. I'm going to go queen e2 instead of rook e1 this time, just to mix it up a little bit. But let's go ahead and get the pawn. On e4, we'll recapture here with the knight. And the nice thing about the queen is that if they ever like take and take and take, we can recapture with the queen and create this battery here. Now they push on e5. What a move. So we've got total chaos in the center here. What I like to do is just kind of start one at a time with the obvious moves and then go from there. So like, for example, if I take, they're probably going to have to take me back. And can I just sack? Go queen e4 and win a knight? Win a pawn, essentially? That seems reasonable. I don't know, am I getting into some kind of trouble? That seems very straightforward. There is the attack here with the rook. Okay, that actually gets a little bit interesting. Maybe it's not quite that simple. Of course, we could take here. And then play like f4, e5. Ooh, that's what I would really love to do. Yeah, I don't think this one works because this discovered attack is pretty powerful. So maybe I just take f4, e5. Of course, if you take me somewhere along the way, I'll probably just take you. Yeah, that seems like maybe my best option. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and take. We'll recapture. I'm out of water. Too bad. Oh, interesting. They take right away. Okay. Huh. I'm pretty happy because I keep my pawn, it looks like. You're probably going to take here. It's my queen. I would have to take this way. Then you could take back. That looks... Then I have like knight c4. The queen moves. We bring out the bishop. That looks reasonable. But is that better than just taking here? Because if I take here, if you take me this way, you lose. I think. So you're probably going to take this. What am I going to do against that? If I take, the rook might take... Huh. I'm not exactly sure. Bishop f4 takes check, takes. I have the bishop pair. That looks really good. Hmm. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Viewers will experience buffering. Okay. Not sure what's going on there. Sorry about that if that's affecting you guys. I don't know, guys. They both look kind of good. Takes bishop f4. Wait, there's queen takes d3. Wait a second. Wait a second. Can't do that. Hold up. Wait, take this way? No. Actually, no, there's 94. But takes, queen takes. Takes, his pawn structure's all messed up. 94 could be pretty good. Okay. So I actually am leaning towards taking the knight now. Oh, but there's this move. Because you have bishop h2. Ah, man, I missed this. Yeah. Shoot. I can't take it because of the check. That's not good. I have to play queen d1. I missed that. They bamboozled me. They bamboozled me. All right. Now we're in trouble unless we can figure out a way to get this pawn captured quickly. I think we're in trouble. They're just going to take with the queen. All right. That's it. That's it. It's simple. Wow. Okay. Well, I missed that. I missed that tactic. I was thinking that I would just take there. Yeah, this is bad news, guys. This is really bad. Let's go here. I need to try to recapture this pawn quickly. Otherwise, it's going to be a big headache. There's bishop f5, though. Yeah. Uh-oh. Let's try to get the pieces out. It's just one pawn. Maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way to capture this guy somehow. Like, if I can somehow trade a knight for this bishop and, like, pile up here, but it's not looking good. He's gonna try to play c4, I think. So maybe I need to play b3. Yeah, I don't think we can allow this. I don't think we can allow that. This is such a bad position. I can't believe I missed that move. That was such an obvious one, too. I'm sure we had a way to get a good position there. I just messed it up. It'll be interesting to see what Stockfish says. Now we just have to fight. Try to hold on. Only real move there. Probably have to trade that. Okay. Queen d2 probably is the only move here. Got to defend this. Don't want to let the pawn push. Let's try to maybe set up like this. See if we can undermine somehow and win this guy. Actually, there's f4, f5. No, we do have a threat. Oh, wait a second. f4. Ah, he wants to take. 4 takes. Yeah, I don't have anything there. He wants to play this. So I got to get out of this. At least now I am threatening f4, f5. Maybe he won't see it. Maybe he's so focused on this that he'll miss my trap. This is my trick here. f4, f5 with the fork. He's probably going to see it. Pretty obvious, I think, what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Okay, it's threatening the pawn. But you can't play c4 now, at least temporarily. f4, do I have any tricks here? Takes. No, I don't think so. I can go bishop g3. If you take me, I think we got to take towards the center and maybe try to push the pawn here. Probably my best chance. Do I have any other options? c4. I could play c4. Maybe I should play c4. Maybe I should play it while I still can. Make sure. He goes a4. What is that? I take, he takes, I take. He's just sacking to mess up my pawn structure. Okay. I could just play knight d5, though. Wait a second. Knight d5, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Get the knight in there. Yeah, that's a powerful knight, actually. We'll just do that. This, unfortunately, still can't be taken. Maybe we loop around. Maybe we loop around to f4, or maybe we try to go like this. Okay. Can we hold on? That is the question. So knight f4 to try to win this, or f4, f5 looks decent. Yeah, I think I'm going to go f4 here, because if he puts the bishop on e4, that looks kind of loose. It looks kind of loose. Oh, rook e4? Wait a second. What is his idea here? He wants to... If I take, he's going to take here, so we can't take it. He's attacking my pawn. If I take and go rook e1, though, if he takes, I take with the little tactic to win my... So you can't take, I take here. If you go there, I just line up. You go back. Yeah, we might be able to win this pawn now, and then we're just in an equal endgame. We also have 97 check if the bishop moves out of the way. Like here, we could do that. Rook d8. I think we just pin it again. And I think we've got ourselves an equal endgame, finally. 20-something moves later. I don't think black has any tricks here. Okay. Yeah, so it's just a totally equal endgame. But considering where we were before, this is huge progress. Okay, now we obviously have to take it. Actually, we don't have to, but I probably will. Got the D pawn here. Wonder if we can try to win this pawn here. Is that an option for me? I might actually just try to bring my king over to the center, because then if we end up trading some stuff, that's where my king will be most effective. He goes there, I'm going to go rook d2. Try to play quickly, catch up on time here if I can. This is a little bit risky, but I'm going to go for it. Okay. We'll stop rook d4. Queen e5 might be interesting because he won't be able to take me on or have the 2 pawns. So queen e5 is a nice move, I think. Because if we get this pawn down to like d7, black's probably in trouble. So queen e5. He might play f6 to stop it though. No, g6. Okay, I think we got to go for that. I mean, worst case, like my king could run back here if I have to. But if we end up trading, then it's in a good position to come to the center. If he doesn't take, I think I'm just going to push this guy. Okay, sure. I'm threatening to take, and then I'm up a pawn. That's the threat. Or, well, after the trade, that's the threat. So what's he going to do about that? Okay. Can't check me. Okay. Check. I'll just go up. He goes over there. What do I do? What do I do? There's got to be something here. Nelson. Let's try to get my pawn on f6. Okay. I want to run my king this way, I think. Gotta watch out for the checkmates. Ah, shoot. Is this a draw? Can I get away from the checks? Shoot. I don't know if I can get away from the checks. Plan B. Plan B. Plan B. Come on. Come on. Don't fail me now. Plan B, don't fail me now. Oh, it's not over. Finish the game, Nelson. Finish the game. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was that opening. We were pretty far gone. Climb, 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 climb back in. Now, let's go see what did I miss. D takes C5 is the best move. I have to remember this. Don't open up the E file if there's a rook on your queen, right? That makes total sense. Don't open up the rook. Leave the pawn there. Now I have a great position. If he tries to get fancy, I just take it. Just take it. And then on F5, knight G5. Ooh, this is an interesting line. Oh, then you take the knight. Right. Okay. Oh, man. But yeah, right here it's just totally equal. But black messed it up by allowing me to force the queen out of the way and push the pawn. Well, just by losing their pawn, I guess, was the big mistake. Yeah, and then I don't think they should have traded, because as soon as you trade, it's a lot easier for my king to not get checkmated. You keep this on the board. Although, that being said, I guess they had to. Because I had checkmate. Never mind. They had to, yeah. Watch this, guys. I almost was going to fall into this. Trying to run here. Checkmate. Look at that. Ouch. Would have been a sad way to lose. I don't know if I've ever had a stream where I didn't lose a single game. And so I'm kind of tempted to stop right here. What do you guys think? Should we call it a night? Should we stop right here? Or should I go for 10? 10 in a row. One more. Call it a night. No, yes. Go for big 10. One more. Okay. Let's go for 10. Last game. We'll end on another win, hopefully. One more. Stop here. The evidence suggests you'll never lose. Yeah, Rob. Go for GM. I have to go for GM right now. Where's the tournament closest to me? All right. Let's do one more. Since we can't seem to lose. Watch me get destroyed this game. Watch me get destroyed. Let's go attack the pawn. Let's go for the Portuguese here. Take it. Take the pawn. He's going to castle because we're hitting this guy. Okay. And then I think we just keep attacking. Get ready to castle. Yeah, I do need to get some water, but it's gone. It's empty here. This is the last game, guys. Win or lose, last game. But I'm really going to try to win and keep it 10 games in a row. I'm going to go all the way to h5. I'll be okay playing an endgame here. If he... Okay, I was going to say if he pushes, I was going to castle, but let's go ahead. Now I'll castle. Let's go e6 to stop the pawn, let my bishop out. So I could go g6, put the bishop here. That seems like a decent plan. I could also just pin this guy. That looks kind of annoying. Let's just do that. Hold up. What if I go here? He's going to play knight e2. Then I could get the bishop at least. Could also go h5, try to attack the knight. He's probably just going to go there. Could also go here to get the bishop that way. But no, I kind of like this. Also go for... you know what I could also do, guys? I could trade. And then jump my knight into c4. Okay, actually what I could do is go here, double trade, and then jump my knight into c4. Although, Well, would I rather do that? Yeah, I think I would. I think I would. So I'm going to go here. Of course, he can't take because I just win the exchange. So let's go here. He's going to go 92. And then I'm going to take. And here, this is a positional trade. Okay, guys? A positional. Ooh, I didn't think about that move. Nope, didn't think about it. Well, that's smart, I guess. I think I'm still going to do it, though. I think I'm still going to do it. It's a positional trade. Here's the idea. As soon as I trade right here, look at the C4 square. Look at the C4 square very carefully. You can't control that with a pawn. So what am I going to do? Well, jump my knight in. And that's going to be a monster of a piece right there. I mean, that's just going to be, these pawns are weak. This is weak. And yeah, this is going to be amazing. We're going to play like b5 and a6 and maybe c6 or something. Just defend it. Just leave that knight sit there for the whole game if we have to. And slowly but surely, we're going to look for ways to target the weaknesses. Yeah, I love this C4 square makes me happy. Makes me real happy. This bishop looks kind of ugly too. Let's go. No reason to delay. That's where we want the knight. Both of my knights actually look amazing compared to white's minor pieces. Okay, that looks like it blunders a pawn. Let's just verify. Takes, takes, takes. So normally I'm not going to trade this amazing knight for a bishop like that. But if I'm able to just cash in on a pawn, probably about as good as I could hope for. So takes, takes, takes. Let's just say rook b3. No, you got to defend this guy probably. Maybe not. Let's say rook b3. I'll just go back somewhere. You could push your pawns and get a little bit of activity, but I'm up a clear pawn. Probably what I'm going to go for. Knight here, he could just defend. Yeah, I think we may as well. So there you go. We get the pawn. Now the game shifts from, you know, trying to use the positional advantage and win the pawn to, okay, I gave up my positional advantage, but now I have a material advantage, an extra pawn. Now white's going to get some activity, but if I'm able to mitigate the risks here and trade some pieces, we're going to be in good shape. Okay, if I grab that, that looks super dangerous. For example, the pawn moves forward, hits my knight. I try to run. I get trapped. Knight's a goner. Can't do that. So what do I do instead? We'll just go back here. And I think, yeah, it's actually going to be tricky because I don't have like a clear section of the board to focus on here. I think I'll go knight b6. Of course, if you ever push by, then I'm going to leave my knight on d5 forever, and you're never going to be able to chase it away. White's probably not going to push that. And I think next I'm going to go rook d7, double up. This is a target here. Okay, let's see. Where's his knight going to go? Not concerned with that. Not concerned with that, I don't think. Let me go rook d7. Let's double up. Okay. Oh, that's a blunder. That's a blunder. Wait, is it a blunder? He goes here, I take, he takes. Yeah, I have time to deal with the checkmate. Good game. Good game. That's 10 in a row. Wow. I don't know if I've ever won 10 rapid games in a row, like in my life. I don't think so. 93. I mean, this is nuts. This is nuts. Let me see. Did Stockfish agree with me when taking that pawn? Let's see. Because it's an interesting situation, right? Okay, Stockfish actually wanted me to take it right away, but 95 was a close second. And then it wants me to take. It wants me to go 95, sure. Knight c4, great. Now, yeah, it basically says you can play rook he8, you can play rook d6, or you can take. All of these moves are totally fine. I just decided to go with the concrete, just get the extra pawn and move on with the game, but you could have also played some other moves. Ah, hey, Connor gifted 10 memberships. All right, thank you. So I'm supposed to stop because that was the last game, but it was such a short game that I'm like, I feel like it just doesn't quite count. What do you guys think? Keep going till I lose? Oh man, we might be here all night. Just kidding. It's coming soon. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling all right. Let's go one more. Let's go for 11. Let's go for 11. Come on. Come on, Nelson. Rob. Okay, 2274, and we're black. Can we do it? Let's go knight f6. Blaze of Nature. Blaze of Nature gonna take us down? That's what I wonder. Ooh. Joined September 10th, 2024. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Oh. Oh. I'm concerned. I'll just say that. I'm concerned. Hmm. I should have stopped. I should have stopped at 10. This is what I get for pushing my luck. 26 seconds to play that. 26 seconds to play that. I'm very concerned right now. I'm going to try to play as ultra solid as possible and see if I can go into like a drawn rook ending and then go for plan B. That's my plan. They just asked if they're going to be on TV. I said possibly. Okay. Let's just trade it. Let's go here. They did pre-move that. Okay. Okay, so maybe this is a normal person because they're sort of acting like a normal person here. Let's go queen b6. We can trade these queens. That's fine. Should I try to get this bishop? How big of a deal is that bishop? Maybe I will try to get the bishop here. Come on, Nelson. I was going to play a6. I had a feeling I should have played a6. And now I just blundered the pawn. Oh, man. Not good. Not good. This is awful. That was so bad. Game's not over, Nelson. Keep it together. Keep it together. Ah, I can't believe I just did that. Can't believe I just did that. I don't want my knight to get trapped. I want to play f6, but I don't want it to get trapped with g4. Let me go g6, and then I'll go f6. Man. He wants to come in here with the knight, I guess, or maybe there. Let me go f6, keep this knight out of the picture. My knight's fine. I can jump around here if I need to. I think I'm going to bring my king maybe here. Still not obvious how white is going to win with the doubled pawns. Let me get the center here. Maybe we'll try to push in this area of the board and create something. This is so bad. Imagine if we had this position except I had a pawn here. I mean, it would be so much better for me. I can't believe I did that. Ah, it's so frustrating. Okay. Let's push there and then maybe play f5. Try to play on the king side here. Okay, so we have h5 and f5 are options here. I think I'd like h5. Because you can't defend it. Otherwise I take, right? So what do you do? If you trade, that weakens things. If you push, probably get a free pawn. f3, I probably just take. I mean, I don't know what white's going to do over here. Yes, it's annoying that I blundered that, but if you push, I'll probably just take it. If you push again, I'll just probably just take everything. So maybe it's not as bad as it felt, but it felt pretty bad. It felt pretty bad. Let's take that. And I think what we're going to do is defend. I think we're just going to defend. Leave my options open here. We have the threat on the pawn, which he defends. Okay. So now what? Now what? Do we jump in with the knight? Do we push the pawn some more? Knight here. Push, 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 push. Uh-huh. Takes, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I could go here and then push. That's not crazy. If I go here and then try to push, it's probably also not crazy. I really want the knight to be here. If this happens, then this, f4. I don't know what to do here, guys. I guess I'll go with the knight. Actually, all right, let me go here. I think I see like a setup. f5, king f6. Sorry, f5, king f6. Double up my rooks. Try to win the h pawn. F5, B5, king F6, takes. I'm happy with that. Let's go. Let's get the king off the seventh rank here. B5, we just go up. Ah, he wants to shut everything down. If I en passant, then the knight is going to be a monster, an absolute monster. So we probably shouldn't do that. Probably should not do that. Let me go king F6. You know what? I could also put my knight here to defend the pawn if I need to. That's not super crazy if I want to use the rooks. So we could temporarily double here, put the knight, then the rooks are free to invade. He's got knight F1 to support that, but then I might invade in other ways. Although knight F1 defends that too. We do have G5, followed by possibly F4 at some point. So rook H3. No, I have to go rook H7 to defend this. I think. Maybe there's some crazy move like going here and invading on this, but that looks risky. That looks risky. Not saying it's out of the question. Real interesting, actually. Ah, he wants to go knight a5 and take my pawn. That's what he wants to do. Uh-huh. Well, how crazy is it? How crazy is this move? That's what I need to determine. He could just take me and play knight there, though. He doesn't have to let me invade. Even if he does, he could just move. Probably not good enough for me, although I don't know, actually. The other thing that I could do is play g5. Takes. Knight a5. Knight f3. Could also go here first to temporarily defend. Ah, what do I do? What do I do? All right, let me go here. Oh, you know what? I could also abandon that. Go rook here, let him take it, invade here. That's risky, though. The other move is knight to d8, just defend. But then how do you make progress, right? That's the issue. I actually have an idea. Here. What if I go... Well, oh, hold on. I don't want to say my idea because I don't know if my opponent's watching this video. I don't want to say my idea. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Whoa, king g3? Really? This was my idea, by the way. Defend this way. Now my knight's free to do something useful. Where's his king going exactly? I don't... What's the point here? Oh, that's what he wants to do? Whoa. Okay, I can get my knight to g4. Is that going to be good enough? He wants to play h4? We might be headed for a draw here. I'm not really seeing a way to get through. I didn't think about this idea. Man, this is kind of a critical moment here. I think I have to defend. How do I get through? How do I get through? And even if I did get my knight to g4, I don't really know that it does that much, because he just could, like, defend his pawn, and what am I going to do? Unless I'm willing to sack this pawn at some point, but I don't think I am. So I don't really know how to make progress here. He's going to force the issue. Okay. Okay. What a weird position. Okay. What do I do here, guys? What do I do exactly? Or is this just a draw? It's probably just a draw, huh? Is there any tricks? Do I have any tricks? Come on, Nelson. Think of something. Think of some tricks. Nope, that loses a pawn. Maybe I can try for plan B. Hmm. Plan B is not going to work if I lose on time, is it? Could have kept my streak alive and taken the draw, but I'm too stubborn. I'm too stubborn. What a dumb game. I blame the blunder at the beginning. That was just so ridiculous. How did I not see that? It's so obvious. How did I not see that that was going to happen? Come on, Nelson. If I would have played A6, I mean, the game goes on. It's probably not like amazing for me, but and then at the end, I wonder if yeah, I actually was winning if I would have just played G5 before H4 happened. It was actually just winning for me. And I had a feeling, and I don't know why I didn't do it, because if I play G5, eventually this is going to happen, and now we have a passed pawn to work with, and it's a totally different story, and I don't know why I didn't do it. I let him do this maneuver, and now it's just a draw. And then yeah. Lost on time, basically. Unreal. Well, I'm still pretty happy. We got a lot of points. We won 10 in a row, right? Was it 10? Yeah, 10 in a row. And this is what happens sometimes when you try too hard to win. You know what I mean? Could have taken the draw. We can't end on a lot. No, we're ending right here. I'm too tilted to play another game. That's got to be enough. 23-23, still a great stream. Lots of points gained. I'm pretty happy with that. And Plays of Nature. I was suspicious at first, but it kind of felt like a normal game. Although you can never tell when the account is like a month old, but you know, what can I say? It felt like a normal game. Like I had chances, right? So, all right, guys, take it easy. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Rob, that's probably true. I should probably play more during the day instead of at night. Definitely something there. See you guys.